ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. We are back for another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. If you caught the previous episode, I was rudely disrupted by the bomb cyclone that hit the west coast. And it cut us off just as we were reaching the end of a very, very, very long cutscene. Thankfully, the game automatically saved between the two big cutscene parts. So the only thing that I really have to rehash is this particular part of the cutscene, which is fine because it's only, 3 minutes long? Not ideal, but also not bad either. If I'd had to rehash more than that, I absolutely would have done that off screen, and hopefully ended up at a point around about this time. But now we can continue unabated. And before I begin the cutscene, please, if you are enjoying this stream, please like and subscribe to help this channel grow. It really would mean a lot to me to get this thing a little bit further up off the ground. All right. Let me get my controller. Okay.
The finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come, feel its softness.
Chocobo
Make a nice
steaks,
gift for your
chocobo
wife.
sausage, all from greens-fed farm birds. None of the old courses you'll find elsewhere. Here, take a bite.
I've got peppers and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
Calmatives, curatives, restoratives,
Look all you like, sir.
ointments,
It's all
poultices.
fresh.
Calmatives,
Picked this very
curatives,
morning.
Restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives. Unguents, ointments, poultices. Might I interest you in a potion, milady? Perhaps a soothing salve to ease the aches of the road? I'm sorry. I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives. Unguents, ointments, poultices. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives.
It's good to see you, Cid.
What have we learned?
The bearers are locked up in an old courthouse on the edge of town. And I hardly need tell you who is there to make sure they stay that way.
Kupka's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
Another? What does he hope to gain from this?
I'll have the captives free before nightfall.
You do nothing of the sort. Our comrades didn't give their lives for you to get your throat slit in a god's forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's not what I said. I simply meant it doesn't have to be you who frees them. Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Cid was. Just don't say I didn't warn you. You're Cid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
Please, we don't know anything. You have to believe us. We'd help you if we could.
But you're helping us already.
Forgive him, my lord. He did not mean to offend.
Quiet, you!
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
It's going to be all right. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
It's him!
The outlaw.
Cids here! Come on! Go! Summon the others! The bearers?
Safe.
The power of thunder. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Ramuh's essence. Tuning with Ramuh not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but it also allows access to several new iconic abilities, such as Thunderstorm, which rains 11 bolts down on all nearby enemies, knocking them back. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Ramuh's feat. Ramuh's iconic feat, Blind Justice, can be used to lock onto and launch a barrage of ball lightning at up to 6 targets. Lightning will temporarily remain affixed to the targets and can be ignited to deal additional damage by pressing B. Lightning ignition can be initiated at any time regardless of recovery status.
Cid dies!
Okay, there we go. Alright. So, last time, there was about, 20 minutes of cutscenes? 15 minutes? I don't know. It was a long time. I was holding my peace, because, of course, there was a lot to talk about last time. And then, of course, I was unceremoniously interrupted by Mother Nature. How disappointing. But now I can talk, finally, of my own free will. So, first off, about Cid. Look, I really liked Cid's character. He was very enjoyable, and of course that voice was amazing. But his death was quite telegraphed. I mean, his mysterious illness that we didn't know anything about, but he frequently coughed up blood, which is never good, and maybe suggests something like cancer. He kind of had self-sacrifice written all over him. And second, of course, is right here on the screen in front of me. His iconic abilities via Ramuh. I knew as soon as it became apparent that we could absorb iconic abilities that we were gonna get more of the icon abilities, and that includes Cid. And when you have something like that, when you have a collective element to gain more power, yeah, it's a bit like Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all, which kind of makes me wonder if Jill and Joshua are also going to be on the if that fate awaits Joshua and Jill as well. Maybe it won't await Joshua simply because Clive already has the Phoenix Blessing, so he doesn't need the Phoenix Fire again. I don't know. But Jill is Shiva, so she's got ice. She almost certainly has some abilities that we'll get in the future. Does that mean that she has to die? Gosh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's not a certainty that Jill and Joshua will have to die to give us their power. Just a probability. Anyway, and I mentioned this in the chat at least, but I will say it here. During the last video, you know, Clive, Jill were around Cid, and Cid was very much dying. At the point where Ultima was coming toward Clive and was trying to possess him, I was so certain that Joshua was going to show up at that moment and intercept Ultima. But no, it was Cid. Cid gets up and with his dying breath, you know, spears Ultima. And then like 30 seconds later, Joshua shows up and is just like, oh shoot, I was too late. And I'm sorry, but I just thought it was so funny. Like, oh, you somewhat subverted the trope of Joshua coming in at the last second by allowing Cid to die. And then Joshua comes in at the last second. And that just seemed a bit meta, I guess is how I'd put it, more than natural, I'd almost say. But whatever. That's not what I want. Yeah, there we go. There we go. But, yeah, Joshua finally made his appearance. And yeah, I told you that was frickin' Joshua all the way back in, what, part 5? Yeah, I was so certain that was Joshua. And I was right. It was Joshua. He called Clive his brother. And, but surprisingly enough, he intercepts Ultima. Now, Ultima, of course, is a long-standing Final Fantasy Easter egg. I haven't played all the Final Fantasies, so I don't know every iteration of him. But in Final Fantasy X, he was a side boss. I'm sure he was in 12, but I think he was also some kind of extra special boss. But I have also heard that he can be a summon as well. So it's interesting to me that they decided to bring Ultima to the fore and make him a bad guy. Essentially the Sin of Final Fantasy XVI. If anyone's unfamiliar, Sin is the big bad monster in Final Fantasy X. And he was essentially the main conflict, but he was kind of in the background, just sort of waiting. And I feel that this is exactly what's going to happen with Ultima. He's going to be kind of in the background. We have to keep waiting to see if Clive ever actually intersects with his brother again. I'm sure he will. And given the way this game likes to just sort of bump up the timelines, it's probably going to be sooner than I expect. But I expect Joshua and Clive to not reconnect for some time. Probably not until toward the end of the game. Anyway, let's get moving on this fight. Come on. There we go.
Outlaws in here! Bring me his head!
I said it was a trap, Clive.
Titan sends his regards.
Good job, Torgal. Oh, there you are.
Enough of this! Let him play with the kitten! They brought a pet.
I got a pet too. That cat on steroids.
You'll pay for what you've done, Cid.
Let's see.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be faster.
I see tiger stripes.
Nice try.
Oops. Republican War Panther slain. War Panther, cool. Lightning sharp, really high, but.
To hell with this!
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them. There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you hear me?
They hate to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be!
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
Cid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
If you say so.
We should go.
Return to the hideaway. The new hideaway, clearly. Oh, and that's something that I did not mention in this sort of summation of what happened. Of course, we saw them building up to the hideaway being discovered. That's a pretty common trope in and of itself. I knew as soon as Cid took us back to the hideaway for the very first time, I thought, yeah, this place is going to be destroyed, isn't it? It always happens. Oh, this place is super secret. Not with the way we come and go out of that thing. So, yeah, the hideaway was destroyed. I can't remember all the people who were there. Garn? I feel bad for not remembering some of their names. He lost an eye, and he was wondering where Cid was, and of course Cid was dying at that moment. And Henry Kupka, I think, is the Titan, Eikonic, and he attacked the hideaway because he was furious about Garuda. But I'm really quite curious as to why Clive now goes by the name of Cid. Did he take the name for himself? Did it become a thing of, you know, my name of Clive is dangerous? After we went to Phoenix Gate, you know, the Duchess had the people in that one town slaughtered. And it kind of suggested that maybe knowing Clive at all was dangerous, although, honestly, taking Cid's name and being that apparition, I don't know if that's any safer. Regardless, there's that happened. And I guess let's see about the rest of the hideaway. I wonder if Karen made it out.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Cid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds. Home, sweet home.
Home, sweet home.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
So actually, that scene there, the funny thing is, oh, I kind of keep forgetting that abilities exist. I'm sure we get a lot of points. Oh, we do. Okay, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take it. Yeah, we already have the Phoenix blessing, so probably the same fate does not await Joshua. Okay. Anyway, trying to not forget my train of thought. I was never convinced by Cid's thoughts towards the Mother Crystal being the cause of the blight. Like, he didn't... Everything he said was pure speculation. And of course, this isn't like the modern world where, you know, things require hard evidence. He pretty much just sold it to Clive and Jill on pure charisma. Which, you know, good and all, but it's really better if you actually freaking know for a certainty that your intended goal is actually what will help. Like, do we have any evidence that the blight has relented? Something tells me no. No, it has not. But I guess we'll find out later. Obolus Boatman.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
I'm surprised they didn't name him Charon.
Welcome back, Cid.
I wonder how many of these people actually know
Finish
him
with
as
that log
Clive.
so we can call it a morning.
Almost done.
Again! I seen schoolboys sweat harder.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosnus. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Ah, here we go. some people are happy to see us.
Clive. Is everything all right?
She knows us. Hortense. Okay, I don't quite want to go there yet. I want to at least explore the new hideaway before I potentially push forward the story some more. Lacan Lark's Tongue. Gosh, I have no idea if that's the same jester.
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing. If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
Shelves are closed. The sign outside should have told you. Yeah, the sign outside should have told you.
But there's no sign.
Yeah, what sign are they talking about? Oh, there's, what is it? The jukebox?
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Oh, sadly not. Molly used the last of the chocobo in a stew.
Welcome back, Sid.
No, perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me a new one.
How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stonehere, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though. Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
As I recall, leftover stew is pretty much standard medieval fare. Oh hey, goats live.
You're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you?
Not
We've
this
a
time.
fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Perhaps you'd be interested in some new gear.
Accoutrement. I think is what he was trying to say. Karen!
Is it business or pleasure? Well, you won't hear me complaining.
Got my own swords, my own little counter. I mean, this is pretty nice digs. And thanks to you lot fighting the good fight, plenty of demand for me wares. The only drawback's the constant bloody racket. If it's not Dories and Otto barking their orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night. Still, if a pain in the ear holds the price I have to pay to be Cid the Outlaw's partner in crime, I'd say I got myself a bargain. I gotta say, quite a few of the people that we know for a certainty from the old hideaway made it out, which is kind of cool. Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time flies.
Like it was yesterday.
I remember it like it were yesterday. We were all waiting to treat Cid to a hero's welcome. Then Kupka's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them. They just poured in like a plague of rats. Alright, yes. Henry Kupka is the Titan. Cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere. There was, and a voice crying out for Cid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries. Try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
You're our leader now, Clive. Promise me that you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that come what may, Cid will save us. I don't think he can make that promise.
Watch yourself out there.
Although I gotta say, this hideaway seems quite a bit more fortified than the last one. And what I mean by that is, being in the ruins out in the middle of a damn lake is, you know, it's kind of difficult for people to reach you.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Still smitten with the serving girl, are you? She's a fair one, all right.
Okay, looks like I've pretty much met everybody. I don't think I saw the healer. Not this way. Portends. can't remember if the healer's name was
All
Hortense or
operations
not.
are suspended until further notice.
Yes, Captain. I'll let the others know.
Tarek, August. Oh, a Moogle.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Yeah, I don't think I know who that is, but I definitely should have remembered Gav's name. Sorry, Gav. All in good time. I'm pretty sure it's bounty hunting, but I don't know for certainty.
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed.
That's
I'll
it.
let her know you called.
That's it. Lady Taya is was the old healer. Asta, hopeless romantic. Is that who we saw in the map room just now?
Escape from the slave markets. How'd you manage that?
I had some help, but it was mostly luck. The others weren't so lucky.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Maybe you should speak to Otto, you hopeless romantic. Wow, this place is big. A lot bigger than I realized. Book of Sums. Old farmer Otto keeps both chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. How many chocobos were in the barn? I hate these kinds of problems. Are antelopes different from chocobos? I'm pretty sure the antelopes are kind of like the cat-like ones. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in his barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. There's no suggestion that of the 5 that were put into the barn, the chocobo were among them. 5 antelope, 4 limbs per, so that's 20 limbs, minus 3 would be 17 limbs total. So if there were 4 antelopes in the barn and 1 chocobo, see, 4 times 4 is 16, minus 3 is 13, plus 2 would be 15. So it sounds more like there were 3 antelopes in the barn and 2 chocobos. So 3 times 4 is 12. Minus 3 is 9. And then 9 plus 4, because the 2 legs of the chocobo would be 13. So I guess 2 chocobos were in the barn? Did I get it? Did I win?
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
You're not trying to sleep, though.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
But I like that, lordsman. That sounds very cool.
Go on, eat up. You won't grow fat pecking at hay.
What's the matter, Cid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
If we both are, then why are you a suspicious character? Because you were in the cell next to me, you were a suspicious character then too. Are you more earnest than your suspiciousness?
Cid, what's the special occasion?
You're welcome to join us for a spell, if you think Jill won't mind.
So are Jill and Clive officially an item? Goblin coin. Okay, oh, you know what? I didn't see the blacksmith. Do we still have a blacksmith around here? Ah, there it is. I just missed it. Talk to that guy. Vivian.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason, she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the Crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. a nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Okay, so Vivian, where the heck were you for the first part of this game? I could have used that kind of rundown a lot sooner. Oh, apparently I'm going the wrong way.
Look, it's Cid.
Staying on this time.
I'm assuming that Clive took the name of Cid as a way to continue Cid's legacy, but you know, Cid had a daughter. Although we don't know if it was a flesh and blood daughter, it might have been an adopted daughter.
Does that one have blood on it?
And it'd be kind of nice to know if Clive has made sure that she's taken care of. So despite all the people just being like, blah, 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 don't try to save us, we just want to be left alone, a fair number of people have actually taken Clive up on his offer. Because now we got Vivian, and there definitely was not this historian guy.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
An airship called the Invincible that wound up sitting atop a lake. Clearly not invincible.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Of gods and men.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates, see if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day.
I don't
I'll
think...
be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
I was about to say, I don't think Clive knows the meaning of the word rest.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stolus. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Wow, okay.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Okay, so I did not realize that Clive finally lost his mark. In my defense, that's really difficult to see from this angle, this far away, and also his hair's in the way, so meh. You know what, I'm gonna hit the blacksmith, make sure I don't forget that he's here. Ooh. And of course, this goes out the back, so there are more people to talk to.
Look, Sid, Squeaks wants to meet you. I can keep him, can't I? Can't I?
That's really sweet and all, kid, but if it were me, you would not be able to keep him because rats are kind of plague bearers. I'm sorry, guys.
This plank will have to be replaced.
I know a lot of people love rats, and that's great. And they're, you know, they're intelligent creatures, but it doesn't change the fact that they kind of carry disease.
Where did I put that cyclone? Have they bloomed at all as a blessing in itself?
Gosh, this place is huge. Jeez.
It's not the ether. It's the water.
What does that mean? The ether doesn't make the plants grow, the water does?
This tunnel here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it pure. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
The black from the lake water? What, the blight? I don't know what that means. But that's cool.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
Foundations of Alistaean botany. Morble tendrils. But yeah, Morble, that's what we faced at the very beginning of the game. Most commonly, well, maybe not most commonly, but an old enemy that made an appearance in Final Fantasy X called a Marlborough. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle to the touch. Grind in mortar and add to warm coral milk. Ah, that's another familiar Final Fantasy creature. To remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Caution recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted. You don't say. I think my voice probably sounds really far away because I've been sitting back. Let me sit up again. Okay, yeah, here's the blacksmith.
Clive. Thinks you ain't too bad.
I suppose. I got a decent hammer, a decent anvil, and an apprentice that knows his hammer from his cock. Oh, and the furnace is all right and all, thanks to old Cids' bellows. The gods only know how I'd keep the coals hot enough out here on the mare without them. Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure. Nah, I reckon you won't find a forge like this one anywhere else in the Twins. And I count myself lucky to work it. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything, you give us a shout.
You've forgotten already? Because I haven't.
It was a right pain in the arse getting this place into shape, especially with the mess we were in. Now that it was anything, not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old hideaway together. Still, that don't mean I intend on doing it again.
Back to work then.
Back to work then. Oh. Off limits, that means you. But I'm Cid.
This plank will have to be replaced.
Okay, so this is another way to get to this area. Alright. I'm just kind of fooling around.
Have you been to the top?
Of course, I have a place of prominence. What's this? Wall of Memories?
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Oh, wrong place. Let's actually move the story forward a little bit. The reading table. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. We kind of just learned about this from Vivian.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kuka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
Maybe.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Cid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Maybe you should actually go to him, Joshua.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies.
Now that I know that I can pause between cutscenes, that's gonna happen more often. Zomber! How's it going? Hey, thanks for stopping by. I, of course, did, all the analysis from the previous episode right at the beginning. And I don't think I say anything that would really surprise you, to be honest, but it's there. Anyway, I'm going to keep going.
Didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Gathering storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Something dire, obviously. I'd forgotten that Clive somewhat woke up in the middle of that kerfuffle with that Joshua had with Ultima. And he got a phoenix feather. I'm surprised the phoenix feather is still there, but that's something that Clive actually knows, that Joshua is alive. But I am curious what in the world Joshua is doing. Like, why not reunite with your brother? I assumed he left because Ultima wanted, Clive's body. But then Joshua took Ultima onto himself. And we saw sort of black blood dripping from his lips in that scene when he took in Ultima. But just now, Joshua's looking pretty healthy. So I wonder what happened. I assume Ultima is very much still present in Joshua. Okay, let's go to the mess. We're going to figure out what happened to Martha. Oh shoot, I thought this connected. I guess it doesn't. Yeah, come down here.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Oh, Jill followed us.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Okay, well, I need another high potion. And I do want to check the blacksmith. Oh, yeah. I should probably check Karen just for a new sword. There's probably a better one available.
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have Blackthorn make me a new one.
And what can I do for you? Coin purse weighing you down?
I'm sorry, you don't have anything better than what I've already got. In 5 years, I've not improved my armor? What is this bullcrap? Ah, here's the thing that I can improve. Increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. I'm not going to be using the limit break that much. Maintaining an ethereal charge can prove as deadly to a bearer as unleashing the magic itself. These earrings are believed to assist in the channeling of ether by reducing the amount drawn from the body and augmenting it with ambient ether from the environment. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Accessory... Oh. That caught my eye. The Breath of the Wind thing caught my eye because it was moving. Accessory effect will not trigger unless the ability Charged Magic is learned. Elixir instantly restores. We're not quite to that level.
It's rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm paying.
You'll not find a better price than that.
I don't think I have anything that I can sell. Okay, maybe I do. That's...
You got how else?
Yeah, that's pretty minimal.
Is that all?
I think so. Actually, I didn't quite
Don't
get through.
just stand there gawping. Go on then.
I think this is... Oh, these are materials. Okay. I don't want to sell those. Oh, the Lionheart tonic.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Back, are ya?
Yes.
St. Fornian, do you?
Yay, I can make a new sword. From heaven on high, far did his bolt fall for... From heaven on high, far did his bolt fall for to deliver justice. Eikonic, Book of Levin, 420. I don't think I even own these swords anymore.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
Is that the apprentice?
If you told me you could fire a forge without a crystal or a bearer before I came here, I'd have taken you for a madman. But no, here it is. The secret's in the bellows, you know. They're Master Cid's own design. The other Master Cid.
Alright, we can move. Isn't this the twins area that Sam Breck is moving on to take? Okay, now the mother crystal that was here is now gone. I did wonder if we were going to start targeting all these other mother crystals, and it sounds like that's the plan. But so far we haven't moved on that. So let's come back this way.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Fucking we're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Found her. Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
I'm sorry. Oh, I think I twisted something.
Yeah, sounds like this place saw some action, to put it lightly.
Cid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrow-Wise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Cid.
You do the same.
Yeah, I'd say we're gonna prioritize this quest.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Yeah, okay.
Soldiers from the garrison just stormed in unannounced and started smashing up the place.
I think this is where we go. Or not.
Fucking Imperials. If they are Martha, they have the unrest to answer to.
I imagine they did hurt
Oi,
Martha.
look sharp! What? Good to see you, Cid. The soldiers who did this are long gone, I'm afraid. We're doing what we can to treat the wounded.
I fear what we're going to find. Come on.
If those horses touch Martha's head, I'll kill them.
Surrounded.
Yeah. Pretty sharp.
Farewell.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened. What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened. The Black Shields? The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Well, I am glad to see that Martha is still alive. I am less than...
Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
I guess I'll take a slight detour. 3 sharp fangs.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Yeah, the enemy.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Aha! Yeah, you fell just as fast as everyone else. I'm honestly surprised. I thought that'd be a lot more difficult.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Level up. 25. Okay. The Breath of Wind Gouge. I feel like I already have that one.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Maybe in the outlying building here?
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother. to beg Cid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Cid! Where are you? Cid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
No, he's dead
He's
now.
gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Just because I want to know where this is. Oh, okay. So I gotta make all the way around here. We've never really been this way before, so that'll be fun. Look at you, Torgal. Having a good old time, aren't you? Oh gosh, I've not seen that creature yet. Oh. Ahriman, also a classic. Oh, a bounty. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating those notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items.
I think it's spotted us, Torgal. What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Thanks, boy.
Hey. Excuse me.
Nice try. Fine how.
Did he heal? That's bull. Oh, because I stepped out of the thing? That's double bull.
Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. Too slow. Come on. Oh, good.
Damn it.
I'm hurt, Torgal.
You are... Really? Now get away from the edge. So I don't want you freaking healing again. Okay, screw this. I'm tired of dealing with you. Hey, will you please just freaking die already? God, finally!
You didn't see that coming.
Har har har.
That must be the bridge.
What's over? Oh.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Martha probably is not safe. Gotta take the bridge, Jill. The Imperial Province of Rosaria.
I'm glad Martha's safe. Both for her sake and the town's. This place wouldn't be the same without her.
And they call themselves our countrymen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Catch your eye.
Yeah, nothing here. Nothing here. Oh, that's different. Increases stone skin tonic duration by 30 seconds. Oh, I have 26 out of 99. 999, so I guess I don't need that.
There you go. Much obliged. Take care out there, eh?
Sure thing, good sir.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Does it mean I won't? Does it mean their blood's not on my hands? Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse-breakers.
I'd follow Martha into battle.
If you don't mind, Cid, I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Sounds like she wants to keep you.
Martha's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
Anyone else would probably say, okay, my attempts to help bearers are done. I'm done. I don't think there's anything up here.
Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain.
What is that plus sign over there?
You're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
We're not to move.
Oi! You there! Don't just pass me by! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Well, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
Sure.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Is she white?
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
I find it very interesting that it lets you know when your quest destination is nearby.
We're in trouble.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you. You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Aw, is that Ambrosia?
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Gee, I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
I wondered when chocobo riding would come into this.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
No, it
must have
was
been
some
my
guy.
double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Oh, they all got harnesses. The White-Winged Wanderer. Ambrosia's Tack. A bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. Quah! Displayed in Clive's chambers. Probably on that memory wall. Chocobo unlocked. What does that actually entail? After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold while in the field to summon Ambrosia, and A to mount the chocobo. Okay, yeah. We're supposed to go back to the hideaway.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
Indeed. Well, it's about time, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream for the evening. Obviously, it wasn't anywhere near as exciting as the last episode, but that was, exceedingly story heavy. And of course, we got our old childhood chocobo back. This is just like the Stark children getting their dire wolves. Except we already have a dire wolf, kind of, named Torgal. So, you know, just getting back our old childhood animal companions. Hopefully Ambrosia doesn't have any more sacrifice written all over her. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you, Zomber, for stopping by. I know you were a bit busy, but still nice having you around. Always a lot easier to talk when I know someone's actually listening. So, you have a good evening. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode of Final Fantasy XVI. This is Lynn, signing out.